Hi, beautiful one. It's me, Sally Ann, and as promised, I'm here to share A Course in Miracles with you guys. And as I go through the book, I can share my personal experience of what the course has been like for me. So, yeah, I'm really stepping up and stepping into my function, and I promise to go through the entire book and share my experience, and also probably will read my first book, Angels Embrace Me. Yeah, so I'm up for lots of sharing. Now, some of you who don't know A Course in Miracles will wonder what that is. Well, I've already recorded a show which describes A Course in Miracles, what it is and how it came about and what it can do for you. So yeah, you could access that. But really, I'm just looking at what it's been for me. A Course in Miracles, the title suggests quite a lot, doesn't it? In life, you can take a course in plumbing, or a course in accountancy or economics. Then you'll get an experience of plumbing, accountancy, and economics. There are lots of courses out there, and I have tried them all. I did a course in... What did I do a course in? I've done lots of courses, but I'm trying to think some of the most recent ones. A course in human anatomy, a course in health studies, a course in nursing. I've done lots and lots of courses, but the main theme for me was that none of them cut it for me. They didn't really give me an experience of fulfillment, and it always felt like, well, that was nice, but it's not quite it. And so all the courses I've ever taken, or the experiences that I've had, have been really beautiful stepping stones in my life, my journey towards truth. So everything is beautiful and everything is useful, but I found for me they just were stepping stones that led me into a higher truth, which was A Course in Miracles. Now, rather than experiencing human anatomy or health studies and having an experience of nursing and all that kind of stuff, when I moved into A Course in Miracles, I began to have experiences of miracles in my life, profound miracles in my life, and it was so joyful. It really, really hit the spot. And in all fairness, who wouldn't want to experience miracles in their life? Who wouldn't want to be fulfilled and joyful? So for me, A Course in Miracles was profound in every way. So I'm going to look at chapter 1 today. Excuse me, my daughter. Yes, I'm going to share chapter 1 with you today. It's called The Meaning of Miracles and is subtitled Principles of Miracles. And these are all words from Jesus. This entire book is like a love story from Jesus. Who wouldn't want to read it? Who wouldn't want to dive in? So the first miracle is miracle number 1, and it states, there is no order of difficulty in miracles. One is not harder or bigger than the other. They are all the same. They are all expressions of love, and all expressions of love are maximal. So what this is really suggesting is that we are entitled to miracles, and we can ask for a miracle, and that we don't have to become concerned with how that is going to occur or whether it will happen. We don't even have to concern ourselves with the belief that it can happen. We just need to ask for it and have a small willingness to be open to the idea. And what this miracle is suggesting is that we can ask for something that we believe to be really small, like can you put a meal on the table today? Or it could be something that we would believe was quite profound and difficult, like say we had a friend or a member of the family that was in trouble. They'd got themselves into some kind of drug addiction that we felt was destroying their experience of life, and we could feel quite helpless and hopeless to help them. But we could ask for a miracle for them, and but that we might think, whoa, in our mind we might say that's huge, and putting a small meal on the table and like healing the life of this friend of mine, well, that seems so vast, but it's not vast. It's really, really simple to the one that's delivering the miracle. So, which is, of course, the Holy Spirit, God, Source, whatever you want to call it. There's no difficulty. So we can ask for the miracle, and it doesn't matter how big or small we think it is. The miracle is available to us. So then I'm moving on to miracle 2. It says miracles as such do not matter. The only thing that matters is their source, which is far beyond evaluation. Yes, so every miracle is coming from source. Is coming from love, is coming from God, whoever you term, that's fine. But it's coming from source, and it is really far beyond any evaluation that we can make. And it just instills this deep feeling of gratitude. Every time a miracle is received or given, I'm just completely grateful. So we're moving on to miracle 3. Miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is the love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle. So yeah, miracles are natural expressions of love. And as we are love, then our own natural state and our own natural expression is the miracle. And it's really, truly, deeply the love within us that inspires the miracle. So everything that comes from love is a miracle. And now we're moving on to number 4. All miracles mean life, and God is the giver of life. His voice will direct you very specifically. You will be told all that you need to know. So, yeah, the miracle of life. It's talking about the miracle of life, and that life is a miracle because life is perfectly beautiful, it's joyful, and it's eternal. And when we get into that state of what life is, How could it be anything else? Anything other than that? And you will be told all you need to know, for his voice will direct you specifically. Yeah, in my experience, this is so true, and I have many personal stories to share around this. I'm also writing them in a book at the moment because my experience of hearing the voice and being told everything I need to know was so profound and deep for me that, you know, the miracle that I received on hearing this is a miracle that was given to me to share with you guys. And so, yes, I am going to do that through these recorded shows and through speaking and writing. But, you know, if you want to know more about that, just keep tuned in, and all will be revealed. So now I'm moving on to miracle number 5. States miracles are habits and should be involuntary. They should be not under conscious control. Consciously selected miracles can be very misguided, so this is further expanded on the idea that miracles are natural and involuntary. And we are naturally miracle-minded. So we're moving on to number 6. Miracles are natural. This is an extension of what we've just said. Miracles are natural. When they do not occur, something has gone wrong. So when they do not occur, it must be because in some way we are blocking the flow of miracle, or the receiving and giving of miracles. And that's just about being misidentified or misaligned, which the Course goes on to speak about in depth. And it's not for me to expand on that now, but it all will be revealed. So moving on to miracle number 7. Miracles are everyone's rights, but purification is necessary first. So again, number 7 is an expansion. Miracles are everyone's right, because everyone is miracle-minded, but purification is necessary first. And what that means is our purified state of miracle-mindedness has become, what's the term? Well, we're not seeing our own purity. We are having lots of ideas about who we are, and all our thoughts become jingled and jangled, and we have so many beliefs about ourselves that our mind becomes like blocked, I guess. It's almost like, I guess, a sink trap. You know those little traps in the bottom of the sink that collect bits and bobs when you're washing up? Well, it's like our mind collects all this belief around ourselves that's not true, and it's not in alignment, and so it's like we need to purge those false beliefs, the conditioned beliefs that we've collected along the way that's sort of blocked up the mind. So yeah, purification and coming into clear mind is necessary in order for us to experience our miracles and our natural state. So moving on to miracle 8. Miracles are healing because they supply a lack. They are performed by those who temporarily have more for those who temporarily have less. Yeah, miracles, and this is so yet so profound. And when we're in our natural minded state, which is one mind, unified, joined with everyone, we understand that giving is receiving, and the cost of giving is always receiving. We understand that we are giving to ourselves, and we understand that love wants to extend love. And if there's a part of our mind that is expressing as a separate person, that it's almost perceived that they're separate from us, but they're actually not. But if there's a part of that mind that feels like they're in lack, then we can extend love and remind that part of our mind that we are in fullness. And it's it's just a complete giving, and it's not always necessarily a giving of material things, which can be useful at times, but it's also just to gentle reminders of truth, and extending love, and bringing back that person into union and full state of mind. And I've experienced many times where my brothers have nudged me and brought me back into the fullness of self just by a kind word. And I've experienced when I felt that I believed I was in some material lack, and my brothers came rushing forth and filled that lack, and I've done the same in reverse. And so yeah, it's really beautiful. And what really inspires the giving is always the love underneath, and it's the love underneath that heals. It's not the actual act of giving or the actual receipt of a material thing. It's actually the love that inspired that giving that really touches the heart and really heals. That's how it felt in my experience. So we're going on to Miracle 9. Miracles are a kind of exchange, like all expressions of love, which are always miraculous in the true sense. The exchange reverses the physical laws. They bring more love to both the giver and the receiver. And so that's just like kind of an extension of what I've already said, is that when we recognize that we're giving unto ourselves, so when we give we receive, and so the giver receives the love that they believe they're giving, and the receiver receives the love. And it's just why get ourselves entangled with words, but it's just a beautiful exchange of love. So Miracle 10. The use of miracles as spectacles to induce belief is a misunderstanding of their purpose. I don't know if I wanted to go into a pub somewhere in England and use a miracle as a party trick. I guess that would be a misunderstanding of its purpose, because that would attain more to a boastful, egoic sense that I am somehow superior to someone else, that I've got this magnificent party trick up my sleeve. And really, miracles and love just are about equality and recognizing that we are all equal. We were created equal in love, and there is nobody that is superior and nobody that is inferior to us. So I guess that could be an explanation. I don't know. So with that, I'm moving on to miracle number 11. Prayer is the medium of miracles. It's a means of communication of the created with the Creator. Through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. So it's saying that you can access miracles through prayer and asking. And you know, our heart speaks to God in full communion all the time, where I think we're constantly in communication with God, and yet we don't always choose to realize this, or we put a block on it, or we don't wish to hear it. But it's being more open to the fact that we can be in communication, and to really be focused on what our desire is. And for me, I've learned along the way that my desire is to know God fully, to be in peace, and to live this life in joy, in freedom, and happiness, and complete abundance. That's what I want, and that's what I desire more than anything. And I'm on that path. I'm definitely on that path. But it's about realizing that I don't need to ask for material things anymore. I can direct my prayer around experience. So, you know, if I want a deep experience of peace, a deep experience of union and love and innocence, then I'm going to get that. And whatever is needed that I can have that experience will come to me. And so, almost surrendering, like, I don't even know what it is that I want. I don't even know what makes me happy. And so it's almost like, yeah, Holy Spirit, decide for God, for me, what it is that's going to make me happy now, and allow me to experience that. So it's really just a beautiful miracle principle of prayer. So moving on to miracle number 12. Miracles are thoughts, and thoughts can represent the lower or bodily level of experience, or the higher or the spiritual level of experience. One makes the physical, and the other creates the spiritual. There are 50 miracle principles in the book, and they're in chapter 1 under the heading The Meaning of Miracles. Obviously this account will give me a 30-minute slot. We're already 23 minutes in, so there will be more than one show on miracle principles. But moving on to number 13. Miracles are both beginnings and endings, and so they alter the temporal order. They are always affirmations of rebirth, which seem to go back, but rarely go forward. They undo the past in the present, and thus release the future. So miracles, oh, that's so beautiful, but I don't want to add too much to that. Just to say that the miracle brings us back to this state of now, being present now, so that we don't really have to consider the past and consider the future. It's just this state of now, and accepting that every moment we are in is now. And that's that's a miracle, to be in that state, to have completely let go of the past and to completely stop projecting into the future. Yeah, I don't know if that's what it means, but it sounds good. I'll go with it. So, moving on to Miracle 14. Miracles bear witness to truth. They are convincing because they arise from conviction. Without conviction, they deteriorate into magic, which is mindless and therefore destructive, or rather, the uncreative use of mind. Yeah, miracles really do bear witness to truth, that we are unlimited beings, that we are powerful, and that we can receive love and extend it. We are the love that we are extending. And they do deliver conviction, and it's just so beautiful to experience a miracle. And I know that we're all experiencing miracles, and that we have done throughout our lives, and it's just beautiful. Who wouldn't want to dedicate their day to miracle mindedness? I mean, I certainly do. So moving on to Miracle Principle 15. Oh, here we go. Each day should be devoted to miracles. The purpose of time is to enable you to learn how to use time constructively. It is thus a teaching device and a means to an end. Time will cease when it is no longer useful in facilitating learning. So it's saying that we're here in this human experience, we're having this experience of time, but it is really vital that we use time in purpose, and that each moment of each day should be devoted to miracles. Yeah, that's our way out of here. It's our way out. It's our way home. So moving on to 16. Miracles are teaching devices for demonstrating that it is blessed to give as it is to receive. They simultaneously increase the strength of the giver and supply strength of the receiver. So that's just an expansion of what we've already talked about. Yeah, it's very, very helpful in teaching that we are blessed as givers, because in giving we receive. I had an experience of this where it seemed like I was down to my last £100, and I met a girl in town who was in trouble and needed £100, and I never had a second thought. I just gave her the money, my last £100. And when I arrived home that evening, there was a guy knocking at my door, and he'd seen a power tool that was in my garden that I was no longer using. And he said, "Excuse me, love, I've noticed that power tool in your garden. Do you use it?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, would you mind if I took it off your hands?" And I said, "Sure, you can take it." And he put £100 in my hand. And so, I gave the £100, but I received the £100 back. And that was just a way of the miracle expressing to me that actually you can't lose. And what you give, you do receive. And I remember this was a few years ago, and it really touched me. Because I couldn't lose. Losing is impossible. Sacrifice is impossible. So, yeah, truly, what we give, we receive. So certainly teaching devices. Yeah, before moving on to Miracle 17, I guess it's wise to just move on to another show, another recording, because we have 60 seconds left. I don't really want to cram anything in. So yeah, the next show will start on Miracle Principle number 17, which is miracles transcend the body, and it goes into a little bit more depth, and I will share that with you. Thank you for listening and allowing me to strengthen the teaching in my own mind. I am truly grateful to you, my brother, who is my saviour. I cannot get home without you, and so I give thanks and gratitude and love, and I will join you in the next show. Bye for now.